He spent 4 days on the line at Ariete. He got to work with Kevin, Alessandro, Leslie, like the entire crew. He like, and this is prior to winning a Michelin Star. So like, the effort is there. I feel like everyone knows that like they're on the map, but it hasn't happened yet, right? And he gets the opportunity, he gets the privilege to work on this line for 4 days. I, at the same time, was in the basement in the commissary kitchen with Manny, Chef Manny, and a handful of other folks, learning how to make, duck and foie pate and so many other things, and just seeing how things work at a Michelin level, right? And so Nick, one night I'm dropping him off at home, and we've had a few drinks, and we're carrying on in the driveway of his house, and he says everything is the duck, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? And his response is, it's just there's so many things that go into making the duck happen, and if you treat everything like the duck, then you'll be okay. And this kid is at the time 22 fucking years old. He's 22. At 22, you give me a modicum of responsibility at 22 years old, and I would have fucked it up. I promise you, I would have fucking ruined it.
No doubt.
And this kid is telling me that everything is the duck. And so I ask him to elaborate, and essentially what it boils down to is, my man who breaks the duck down? Yemi. When I'm in the prep kitchen, I learned that Yemi gets off of a landscaping job to come work in a prep kitchen. And this man is breaking down every duck that eventually becomes the duck press, right? The duck press, which is like a cornerstone of your restaurant, a cornerstone of the Michelin Star. So this man clocks out of mowing lawns, weed eating, etc., to come into this basement kitchen to then break down cases of duck. I mean, multiple cases. Like, I don't know how many ducks come in a case, but while I'm making pate, he's breaking down duck after duck after duck, and it's fucking methodical. It's beautiful. To watch this man break down a duck is beautiful. Like, it's fucking beautiful, because it's precision, right? And it's reps, and it's someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. So there's that. And if he doesn't do his job correctly, then you're fucked. Then there's Chef John and Chef Manny, who are coordinating the refrigerators and the dry aging and everything else, right? And this is all a very involved process, and I'm sure Chef John could explain the science behind it.
Yeah, the scientists.
I, on the other hand,
sarcastic. Yeah.
I, on the other hand, am not that. But so you have Yemi breaking down the duck. You have Chef John and Chef Manny making sure the duck dried. Well, I'm sorry. You have Chef Manny, Yemi, and John making sure that the ducks are brined, right? Brined first, then dry aged properly. And in that dry aging, like it's however many days it is, and if that gets fucked up, you don't have duck. Then, after it's dry aged properly, it's scored, it's cooked properly by the line cooks, and these are, it's not necessarily a chef or someone who's leading the kitchen. Anyone who's on that line, who's working that station, would have to cook that duck. Then you have to have a manager or a food runner or a front of the house person execute tableside a sauce that if that's not done correctly, then the dish isn't right. Things have to be coordinated to a level that's just like, it requires everyone from the prep cook who clocked out of mowing someone's lawn to break down ducks, all the way up to the executive chef, all the way up to the front of the house manager, all the way up to everyone involved. Everybody has to put a fucking hand on this thing to make sure that the guest has this one experience with 2 duck breasts?
Yeah.
2 duck breasts, a tableside sauce. There's so many moving parts, and there's so many things that have to line up perfectly to get to this one moment where you're sitting at a table at Ariete and the duck is cooked perfectly, the sauce is made tableside, and then you have this sublime experience where so many people put so much effort into this one moment that if you treat everything like that duck, you'll be okay. And 22-year-old Nick Bekshi made that observation. And we're sitting in front of his house after like a brutal fucking 14 or 16 hour day of fucking chicken zingers and who fucking knows what else. And that kid says to me, everything is the duck. Like, that fucked me up. Like, that was like, I mean, that's it, right? Like, it could be French fries. It could be fucking tortilla chips. Treat it like it's the duck. You'll be all right.